In this episode here, we're gonna do a full brass exhaust. Previous video, we tested out various types of muffler delete and the brass changed the sound. So that begs the question, what will a full brass exhaust sound like? No mufflers, true duals, pure brass. But it wouldn't really be a fair comparison testing only the stock option and the brass option. So I've gone and bought a few pipes and bends in mild steel as well. Otherwise we'd just be testing what the effect of removing the mufflers is, and not so much if the brass in itself has any unique properties in terms of sound. So we'll start by installing this system here. I think what we are going to do to make it a little bit easier on ourselves is to use a stock front section and then cut it right around here, and then we'll need to extend it the rest of the way. And luckily for me, I already have a muffler delete in mild steel from the previous video, so it shouldn't take too much effort to hook this up. And here we have the final result. Now, there is a lot of don't do this at home because, well, it's not the right way to do it. For starters, never have these here pointing down. You could hurt your head on it. Also, the piping is also too low. It shouldn't be lower than this point here. But it's good enough for testing, honestly, and we're not going to drive it for more than maybe an hour or so. We're just going to test the performance, how does it sound compared to the stock, also in terms of decibels, how much louder is it, and also when we're done with it, we can go ahead and weigh it and see how much weight did we actually save going from stock to, well, a true duals, no muffler, or should I say, just a pure straight pipes. And back from testing the mild steel version. Well, if we start with the weight, so 18 kilos now. I actually thought it would be lighter, at least a lot lighter than the stock version. But if we think about it, well, the stock version is more or less just two pass-through mufflers, and the rear one is is more or less also a pass-through muffler, but does have chambers as well. So maybe it actually makes sense that the stock system isn't actually that heavy. And initially I thought that if we get rid of all obstructions of flow, well, then we will have a better performance as well. And also thinking that the weight is lower, it should translate into better performance. Now for the stock system, I did a best at 6.19 seconds, accelerating 50 to 110 km per hour in third gear. But the average was around 6.34 seconds, and that's 9 or 10 runs in total, and then I average it. And that seems to be pretty consistent along all the other tests I've done so far. So no surprises here, but here we do though have a small surprise. The best I was able to do, no better than the stock system. On average, it was actually a bit slower. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it, that it will be slower than the stock system. I honestly think it will be just the same. But the main takeaway here is that there are no restrictions in the stock exhaust, except for the manifolds. I have tested headers before and they knocked off 0.4 seconds or so. So that's definitely a big restriction in the OEM manifolds / catalyst. So keep that in mind when people try and sell you various types of mufflers, that even if there is a performance increase, it'll be so small that you won't be able to tell it. Now, in terms of sound though, it's stupid loud, honestly. It's 90 till 95 decibels, whereas the operating temperature idle, well, that comes in at 75. And in terms of how decibel works, well, 95 decibels is actually a lot more than, for instance, 70 or 72 decibels. And here's the thing, it doesn't sound good. It's extremely loud, but it doesn't sound good. And there's resonance pretty much everywhere, but some places are worse than others though. And that leaves us with the brass exhaust. It's not going to be easy fitting the brass, but now I have the stock front section available. I should be able to piece it together at least well enough for testing purposes. I think I have this piping here, the correct length and more or less also placement. And this is cut 20 degrees. This here is cut 20 degrees. And then I will need to cut this maybe, I don't know, whatever degrees, but I think that's the way to do it. And to weld brass, I have ordered some solid wire electrode made of copper silicon alloy. Wiped down with acetone, I'm gonna try and weld these two together. Now I am in a pretty well ventilated area, but still, why take any chances? Oh, holy shit, it looks bad. Looks like dog shit, but okay. If we at least can test it, then I'm satisfied. It's not even legal for me to drive around like this, so I can't really do it permanently either. So first section done. Still need to fab up some mounts here, and these need clamps. But now I at least have something to work with. Good. And exhaust is now in place, and honestly it doesn't look that good, but whatever. It's ready for testing at least, and I'm pretty excited to hear what it actually sounds like, because maybe it'll just be stupid loud. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be stupid loud, but maybe it'll also sound good as well. And if we're lucky, there's even more performance increases hidden in this system, because it just weighs a lot less and there are absolutely no restrictions, whereas the old one had 3 sets of mufflers. So definitely something to look forward to. Let's just go ahead and start it up really. Right, let's see what it sounds like. It's loud. It's really loud. Plenty of burbles. Obviously, it's not placebo, and that's the cool thing about this brass exhaust, and that's what make it not money wasted as such, because we have kind of proved that changing the material will change the sound. And while it's not a heavenly sound as such, I'm pretty sure that if you were to piece it together with maybe even a brass muffler or a brass X pipe or H pipe or some brass resonators or something, you could dial in some very nice sounding brass exhaust. But purely straight pipes, well, it does change the sound from mild steel, but I'm not gonna recommend it because it doesn't sound good as such. It's just really, really loud. But not all hope is lost. Now, I do have these from an earlier experiment where we fitted them to the stainless steel pipes and they changed the sound. I'm kind of tempted to install these again in the pure brass system here to see if they again will change the sound. Now for the next video, I'm contemplating either doing a super service of the car with all fluids replaced, spark plugs, everything. Or we could do maybe a detailing video. As you probably noticed, the car is very dirty, and there's a reason for that. I've been trying to save up for a good detail, so I deliberately haven't washed the car. We could also do cheap mods, see if there's any upgrades worth having in strut bars here, which I've found used. I also have stainless steel braided brake hoses and stainless steel braided clutch hose here, which they even sent me some candy with. But also we could try and ditch the OE Osram bulbs for a performance light Evo from BMW themselves and see how that affects the lighting. Let me know what you prefer for the next video, a super service, a detail, or maybe just some cheap upgrades here. And with all that being said, a big thank you for watching. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, please consider liking or subscribing. Bye.